Hello, everyone. I'm very glad first to welcome you all here. We will wait for the beginning for a few minutes because people are still in the process of connecting themselves. And we are waiting for Mr. Eric Giraud, who is with us. Just will come back in a few seconds. Rapidly, because you may have questions, you can use the box, the little square on your screen to ask your questions, and we will answer it as soon as possible. There is one here, I see. Good morning, Raoul. Thank you for your message. Very nice. Okay, people are coming now.
Sorry, I'm back. Enfin, je suis de retour, j'étais avec notre président. Notre
Merci,
président du pôle, du pôle. Macron ne m'a pas appelé encore.
Donc, Eric, le webinaire a commencé. On attend un petit peu les participants connectent doucement, là, et voilà. On va
So we have to speak English now.
Yes.
Switch to English. How many people are expected today to join?
30, around 30.
30, okay. A little bit less than yesterday.
Bonjour Eldridge. I see that you are with us also. Great.
I think you can start, Amanda.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So, bonjour Pavel. I see your message also. So first of all, please give us a notice if you don't hear or if there is any trouble. We can answer the questions box. I would like to thank you all first for being there today with us. And I'm very glad to animate this session. As an introduction, I will explain rapidly the few guidelines and the way this webinar will occur. So we will display the presentation with Johan and Eric. I will present you the contents. And then we will have an exchange session at the end of the presentations. So for all the beginning and the presentation time, people will be listening and you won't be able to open your microphones. But as soon as I will allow you, you will be able to click on your micro to put it green, or I will invite you. You can also use the raise hands button, and then you will be able to exchange with us during the second part of this webinar. Okay, so don't hesitate to use it and to speak with us. We will be very glad to exchange. So basically, this presentation will be in 4 parts. First, we will have the pleasure, and we are very honored to have Mr. Eric Giraud with us, who is Managing Director of Aerospace Valley. Today, he will present you Aerospace Valley. Then, most of you now know Johan, who is managing Brics, and he will give a presentation on it. And then I will eventually present you Brics community, its new services and opportunities. And we will have our questions and answers session for an exchange time. Okay. So I see no more. There is a question there. Okay. I will leave you the floor, Eric, to make your presentation of Aerospace Valley. And thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. So first, a sound check. Can you hear me? Is it okay? Yes, perfect.
Yes,
so I'm really happy to say hello to all the people connected today for this webinar. My name, as mentioned by Amanda, is Eric Giraud. I'm the Managing Director of the competitiveness cluster called Aerospace Valley. And we are really proud to have let's say incorporated or have made a merger with the former IAS so Institute for Aeronautic and Space, which has now become Brics, but Johan will elaborate on that. So Brics is now part of Aerospace Valley, which is, and I will describe this, a competitiveness cluster doing a lot of things, but I'm going to shortly describe. So the idea is for me to present. We will spend, if requested, a few minutes for you to ask questions about Aerospace Valley for me to answer. But you will be able, I will not stay the whole webinar, but you will have the opportunity, if everything is not clear, to ask questions, of course, to Johan and so on at the end for the final question and answer session. So please, Amanda, can you move to the first slide? Perfect. So what is Aerospace Valley? We are one of the leading aerospace sector competitiveness cluster in the world. And as you can see, we are located in the southwest of France. I will describe a little bit later exactly where we are located, what is the territory of Aerospace Valley. And we have three sectors which are covered by the action of Aerospace Valley. First one is aeronautics, second is space, and third is drone. So we're focused on innovation, and I'm going to describe how we do and what is this community of Aerospace Valley people. So on next slide, you will have a first overview. It's coming. Okay, perfect. So this cluster today gathers more than 800 companies throughout the southwest of France. Within those 800 companies, we have the honor to welcome most of the leaders in aeronautics, space, and drones. You can see on the left side of the slide names like Airbus, Alstom, CNES, of course, which is a space agency, French space agency, Safran, Thales, Telia, all those companies, Dassault, of course, for aeronautics and military, Ariane Group for space launchers. All those companies are belonging to this cluster, are part of the association that we have created. And on top, or at the bottom of those huge companies, we have the pleasure to welcome more than 500 SMEs, so which are mainly the supply chains of those big leaders of Airbus, of Ariane Group, of Safran, and you can see also on the right side of the slide that we are supported by the French local authorities, what we call the region, but also the government. The French government is supporting us for 1/3 of the fundings of the association. The other 2/3 are private funding, and we're doing a lot of things that I'm going to describe. So a huge community located in the southwest of France, but of course, and that's what we're doing today, open to international. Amanda, can we move? So on this, just a short description of the Aerospace Valley territory. As mentioned, we are located in two French regions. The one is called Occitanie, and the other one, Nouvelle-Aquitaine. This covers 25% of French territory, so quite a huge territory. And you can see, I will not describe the figures, but what you have to keep in mind, or the takeaway, is that it's full of industrial company, but it's also full of students, because it's full of schools, of training schools, of French aeronautic leaders like Isaïe Supero, for instance, training students. And so we have a huge opportunity, which have the availability of workforce and a really qualified workforce in this territory. And this is a particularity of Aerospace Valley. We cover the whole value chain from the training. We have all those schools part of the cluster, and we cover from the training of students to those big groups that I described, Dassault, Thales, Safran, or Airbus are part of the cluster, which gives the total value chain of the sectors. So we have three kinds of missions. The first one is to lead this cluster and provide information to the members, make them interact between themselves. So as of today, as mentioned, we are more than 800 companies within the clusters, which creates more than 10,000 contacts, meaning that when one company comes to the clusters, we are able to find them a contact within almost all French companies involved, and sometimes foreign companies involved in aeronautics, space, and drones. And as you can see on the bottom of this leading objective, we are organizing more than 130 events per year. So it can be physical or webinar like the one we're doing today, to again give information, make people interact, make B2B meetings, give deep tech information, and this is done throughout the year. The main mission is the one in the center, supporting this community. No, sorry, too fast. You're giving the rhythm, huh? I'm not quick enough, probably. So
Sorry.
The main mission is innovation, and so we are helping those companies to build a collaborative R&D project, and we support them in finding public financing, but also private financing. And as you can see, we have raised more than 700 million euro since we are created, which is quite a good performance. And then we support them in development, how they grow. As I mentioned, we have connection with most of the banks and funds in France and in Europe to find private fundings to those companies, from startups to what we call capital development for companies to grow. And this is done throughout visits that we do in the companies, through different action we do in digitalization. Okay, so next slide. This is quite clear, I think, and it's the last one to explain how we work. As I mentioned, we organize in business, so aeronautics, space, and drones. But as you have seen, we have a huge community, and in order to have a perfect animation and to shake all the ideas we have in the system, we also look at the community throughout technical axes. And we have 5 technical axes, what we call excellence communities. 5 excellence communities. The first one is about solution for the factory of the future, on the top right of the slide. Second one is about material and processes, be it composite or metallic or 3D printing. The third one is about embedded and communicating systems, or let's say electronics. Fourth one is about something which is at the center of preoccupation today in aeronautics, propulsion and embedded energy, and of course the transition to a cleaner aviation. And the last one is about something which is a main trend in the field also, which are data and artificial intelligence economy. So we support the cluster, and we do events in these 5 fields on top of events we do about aeronautics, about space, about drones. This is what we do, and I'm pretty sure that you will have more information throughout the Brics community. But Amanda will put a lot of energy in this Brics community to give you all the information about what the cluster Aerospace Valley is doing. And you have the opportunity also to go on the website, which is now international, which has been renewed, and which is online since the beginning of the month, and which is now in English, so helping you to better understand what we're doing. So if I have not been crystal clear, which is possible, you're welcome to ask question or to raise question or to send it on the chat. If I have been crystal clear, let's see. Amanda, is there any question?
Sorry, I had my mic off. So I cannot see any question for now on this. Thank you, Eric, for your presentation. And I can make a transition because I just published the news of the new website of Aerospace Valley this morning on the platform. So go on there to see it. There is a link directly.
Yes, just to finish and to leave you, we can consider now that Brics is the 6th excellence community, and I'm going to leave the floor to Johan, who will present exactly what Brics is. But soon we will have a 5th yellow bullet on this slide to present Brics, which is a way to again put value in this ecosystem. I have not the opportunity to stay with you all along the webinar. I wish you, first of all, welcome in the Brics community. We are more than honored to have you on board. Hope to see you in physical in France, but you will have the opportunity to visit us. This has not been mentioned, but we have location. Of course, the headquarters are located in Toulouse, but we have sites in Bordeaux, which is also a great area to stay, not only to visit Aerospace Valley, but there's some other opportunity to do surfing and to drink good wine. So you're more than welcome. Hope to see you soon, and I'll leave the floor to Johan.
Thank you. Johan, I will
Yes.
let you.
Can you hear me well? It's okay for the sound?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Eric. Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to see you after all this time. I hope you are all doing well with the merger of IS with Aerospace Valley and the particular health context that we all know. It wasn't so easy to exchange our meets, but here we are today, all together, safe, I hope, and that's the main thing. So thank you for being here between yesterday's sessions and today. I'm Johan Duquin. I'm the former head of operation of IAS, and today I manage the Brics department. As Eric said, Brics is the result of the merger between Aerospace Valley and IAS, and today Brics is a department perfectly integrated into the Aerospace Valley cluster. So I will quickly present Brics. You will see that our mission is not so far from the one you have known in the past. I don't want to monopolize the floor. The objective today is also for you and for us to be able to talk and exchange at the end of the presentation. So I'm going to be very brief. I will try. Amanda will tell me to speed up if I talk too much. Don't hesitate if you have any question after the pitch, or even in the days or weeks to come. So can you move on, please, Amanda, to the next slide? What are Brics missions? As I said, Brics is an Aerospace Valley service that is perfectly integrated into the cluster. Today, we have to support the international growth of Aerospace Valley members, whether they are leading groups, SMEs, startups, schools, universities, and this thanks to training engineering. In other words, training engineering is considered as a lever or a booster for international business development. This is our principal mission today. And for that, we have 4 strategic axes to develop these missions. The first one is to continue our historical activities towards the major French industrial groups. And when I say historical activities, I mean training engineering, of course, but also human support. I think all of you have at some point used our human support service, right? And we also have the opportunity to continue to work with foreign entities, as was the case in the past with Agile in India, AVIC in China, PTDI in Indonesia, DINEL in South Africa, and so on. We can continue this type of collaboration. So, in fact, it's very good news for us and for you as well. The second axis is to develop this offer or services towards the SMEs and startup segment, which we know very little about. In fact, we are more used to work with large groups, but SMEs represent nearly 60% of the Aerospace Valley ecosystem. So this is very important for the cluster. The third point is to support the cluster teams in other projects, such as European projects, which need training engineering skills. When I say European projects, I mean huge projects financed by the European Union. This is really new for us, but the cluster has developed real expertise in this type of action. And finally, the last point is to promote abroad the academic actors, school, universities from Nouvelle-Aquitaine, the region of Bordeaux, and Occitanie, the region of Toulouse. And this means helping them to be more visible, for example, or to attract more foreign students. So that are the main lines of our actions today. You can see that it is not radically different from what we could do before. In my opinion, the main differences today are, first, the territorial focus on two regions instead of national area before, and the structure of our targets with above the SMEs component. I think you can move to the other slide, Amanda. Thank you. So let's see our service offer. It's more or less the same as what you know. We are able to build tailor-made training offers, long or short, technical or non-technical, certifying, diploma or not, in France or abroad, physical or digital training as well. But we also have a catalog offer. I think first about specialized masters. Some of you had the opportunity to follow a master in France, but not only. Indeed, we now offer off-the-shelf solutions around interculturality and also induction programs. Induction programs are a kind of smaller summer programs for those who have experienced the summer program, with French courses, interculturality sessions, visit to industrial sites, thematic industrial conferences, and so on. We continue to offer human support, which is essential to our mission. I won't come back to this, you know it. And we also offer what we call training project management. In this case, we don't do directly the training engineering. We are more a kind of coordinator with all the players. Quickly, you can move, Amanda. Sorry. Yes, good, thank you. Quickly, a few words to explain why the name Brics. It's right that the name Brics can be surprising. In any case, it is very different from our former name IAS. So we did some creative workshops and became clear that we operate like an architect. Why? Because we designed a course from bricks of existing solutions or services, but also from bricks of solutions totally new. In the end, we produce a training course that corresponds perfectly to our customer needs. It is our ability to assemble that makes our difference. This is why we chose Brics. Nothing to do with the building sector, don't worry. We have not changed our activity. And now we'll speak about the team. I think there are faces and names that bring back memories for you. At my side, you will find Valérie. Valérie is in charge of training engineering and customer relationships. Adeline works with Valérie on both training engineering and business development. I think Adeline is also with us. Maybe she can say a little hello. Amanda? Adeline, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, everyone.
Michael and Frédéric and Agathe work on logistical implementation of training sessions, on human support, and also on intercultural modules. And finally, Amanda, I don't need to present her anymore. She's your Brics community manager. Just before finishing, last topic, which is not in the presentation, but I think it's very important for you. It's just a few words about IS campus. You all knew it. Some of you have been trained in the campus, use a restaurant, or even lived there with their family. We had to sell it to a real estate promoter during the merger, and it has been demolished. Instead, there will be soon residences, offices, and maybe restaurants. In fact, the same campus as before, but brand new. Now, as Eric said, we are located just close to our old campus, just on the other side of the highway. I don't know if you remember how we were situated. And we are in a large new building dedicated to innovation. So we're good situation. I've talked a lot, perhaps too much, but I'm stopping now. You know almost everything. Of course, Amanda will send you the presentation of today and the replay of the webinar, and you will find all our contact details on the presentation. So if you have any question, feel free to contact us, Amanda, Valérie, Adeline, or myself. Amanda, I'll leave you the floor for the rest of the session, if it's okay for you. Thank you very much for your attention, and take care of yourself.
Thank you, Johan, for your presentation. Very interesting, and I think it has updated many people in the audience. So good thing of that. There are a few questions, but not dealing especially with the Brics presentation. So we will answer them later on at the end of my presentation, if you don't mind. The Brics community presentation. You probably have seen already the new brand. So this is our visual. Basically to remind you, so now we are almost 4,000 people trained in 42 years since now 1980 worldwide. So we cover 102 countries now. And we have processed to a short analysis of the network, and we have noticed that this network is composed of more or less active people, of course. So all of you, I know, participating are active ones, and we now count a new sort of, let's say, in order to speak around you to other people that you know that are part of this network, to invite them to participate to the life of the community and to be active as we are also launching more services and more events and dynamic. So this will be very useful to everyone. So, of course, as former IS Alumni Network member, you are now part of this Brics community, and I will explain you the relevance of it and how to make the most of it. Sorry, because when I move my screen, okay. So here is an idea basically of the coverage internationally of the community. So we can notice that the three main regions in the world of our members are Asia, Africa, sorry, and Middle East, and Latin America. Just to give you an idea, basically, of how it is distributed. And now I'm coming to detail a little bit more the services that are already proposed to you as a community. The first one, of course, is the platform. You may have heard of it already, or maybe already active on it. This is acting as a private social network, a professional social network. It's Brics, www.brics-community.com, and it's really your dedicated social network. So the main asset of it is the directory. I will explain a bit more later on it, but also the second service that we offer is complementary, because you have access to all the news and information of this platform and the community. but you can also promote your own activities on it for the benefit of all the community. You can share information, promote your company, promote your achievements, contribute to the forum, and many things to use. Then, beyond the networking of the Brics community, you will have also this great opportunity to now connect or make new contacts with Aerospace Valley cluster members. Okay, so thanks to the merging, you will get new opportunities for networking, for business purpose, for even maybe career opportunities. And we will work on the synergies and possibilities we can offer to you and, of course, to the members of Aerospace Valley to exchange together, communicate, have meeting opportunities, maybe B2B, organize some sessions. We will work on the possibility to give you a kind of a directory of the companies, members of the cluster, in order for you to be able to make business or to work with if needed and according to your research. So of course, as Eric said, these members are in the aerospace field, but not only, because we deal with drones and other subjects which are very accurately. And you can find some major actors, but also SMEs, startups, and all kinds of institutions. So the first service is the last but not the last one, sorry, but not least, is events, because you will be invited now, of course, to other many events. Can be webinars, meetings, when it will be possible, we hope, meeting in presential. And maybe opportunities to meet the French industry. The platform, a quick comeback on the platform. So as I said, you have several sections: the news, the events, the directory, which is really the focus for you and the main point in order for you to search for people, profiles, classmates, whatever. You have a filter on the directory page, and then you can search by country, by company, by year of training, by training session. It is quite detailed, so don't hesitate to use it, to go also on your profile on the platform, to update it, post your picture. It is very important that we have a relevant network, and that is the most present, so that your situation is updated the maximum in order for the people to look for you and to find you better. Okay. So you will also be able, as I said, to promote your own activities. It says that you can create articles, you can create events, and then I will moderate all the contents. So if we need to work on a subject, some of the people I already published articles. I know that Mr. Caballeros is there. And it's very easy to do. We can together work on the news or articles or publications you want to share to the community. So then in the next months, we will implement some new services and new things we want to offer you. We had a newsletter before at the IAS, and we will have a new one in the next future with articles of the life of the network, focus on a few alumni, the activities also of Brics and Aerospace Valley, sectorial news, all kinds of contents. I will also propose you to have some tuto of how to use the platform. I will create a few short videos on just easily how to update your profile, find some people, research in a directory, how you can launch subjects on the forum if you want to have feedback on specific thematics or anything. Then we will implement regional or sectorial groups through the platform. So it will be kind of smaller communities in the Brics community. And we will gather people by country, region, by sector. We can have a community dedicated to aeronautics, a community dedicated to space, a community dedicated to drones or other subjects. And I will, of course, also solicitate you in the future to help me animate those groups as well in order to be more precise in the networking and in the exchanging information. We propose also, it has been made for the last sessions, to create some groups by promotion. So the same people who were in your batch, the same year than you, we can make WhatsApp groups. This is more for the friendly aspect, but to share information, to share pictures, why not, or to find back, to meet again all the people at one time, why not? Then I wanted to give you a kind of a list of the things that we want to make possible in the next months. We will implement webinars dedicated to you. This will be like this one, more or less, and we will work on the subject, of course, but we will have other opportunities of gathering. But also we want to make other kinds of exchange, first with the members of Aerospace Valley, as I said. So we will probably implement in the first semester kind of a great session with B2B meetings, presentations of companies, of alumni, of aerospace members. We will see how to work it out. Then we can have meetings in specific regions and physical events, maybe connected to the air shows when it will be more easily to travel, of course, according to the sanitary situation, but of course we will inform you. And then we can also have presentations dedicated to an alumni that would be given to the Aerospace Valley members, or on the contrary, the focus on the company who is a member of the cluster, and that we would present you as a kind of a webinar or a conference session or whatever. Okay, so all this will be published, and we will inform you in the time when we will create it. According to potential events, we can also address many thematics because of the expertise of Aerospace Valley and all the teams that are working in it and all the strategic sectors. We are able now to propose many kinds of thematic events. So, for example, Aerospace Valley has either developed, created, or contributed to big projects on different fields, and has expertise in the management of European projects and financements. And one of them is dealing, for example, with future of aviation issues like decarbonization. And this project is called MAEL. There is a team working specifically on it. And as well on the space fields, like new space challenges, of course, for example. And we can, for example, if you are interested in one of these subjects, we can work it out with the teams of Aerospace Valley corresponding to this kind of subjects. We can deal with many other subjects, can be drones, it can be other things. Just don't hesitate to email us or to ask, and we can discuss it and work it out to organize for you. Okay. So I have basically finished my presentation. I will invite you to speak. So you can, when I will have made the manip, open your microphones. So I'm just clicking now. Okay. So there it is. So if you want to speak, the best is to raise hand so that I can give you and announce you. And then you can open your micro. You will have to do it on your screen specifically above the manips that I have made. But don't hesitate. I see a lot of people that we know. So really give us your update, your news. What are you up to? How did you find this session, and all that you want to say?
Amanda, just before, maybe you can tell who is with us today in the webinar.
Of course. Yes, good idea. So you know already we have Adeline Verdier, our colleague. Then we have Mr. Carlos Caballero, who is from Peru. Then we have Celso Figueiredo. I won't say all the details, but then I will let you present yourself when you speak, and it's better like that. We have Dugio Erdem, Franklin, then Raul Gutierrez. I see there are questions in the chat box, so okay. I will answer it in the meantime. I just finished the list. So where was I? Raul. Then we have Ibrahim Korkmaz, Mr. Gonzalo del Carpio, Juan Carlos Hernandez, Julio Salazar. Then we have Lilian. I will give you the speech in 1 second. I see you raise hand. Then we have Mr. Mengfai Leo, Pavel Frelik, Roberto Souza, Romel Zapata, and we have Vijay Sharma. Sorry. So Lilian, you can open your micro, and I will give you the floor for your question or comment.
Okay, I would like to thank you for invitation. It's a pleasure to join you. And hello for people. And I'd like to ask you, if you have some opportunity in Brazil. We have a lot of delegates here, and this year we had a special event, São José dos Campos, where is Embraer, where is a lot of people there. The town was nominated the air industry town. So it could be, it could have a special event there, and maybe we can bring people from our network, from Brics, from a lot of people. So it's something to make a remark for you, and we can change some ideas later. Okay? Thank you.
Of course, Lilian, yes. Very good idea. We didn't have the opportunity to welcome Brazilian people for quite a time, but it's still interesting, and you have a great idea. I can maybe let Adeline speak on that, because she's...
Yeah, hello Lilian, it's very nice to hear you. Good to know
Hello,
you. Bom dia.
Bom dia.
So that's very nice, and that would be really interesting to come to attend such event, or in any way. I don't know, any opportunity or digital opportunity, if travel is not cannot be possible. we always working on walking on eggs, as we say in French. We don't know about the current situation. However, this would be great, and any information you can send us by email, well, is welcome. of course, and about the dates and program and anything, and then we can discuss internally to see how we can attend such event.
Okay.
Thank you.
Amanda, I have another question from Roberto on the chat, and I will answer if you want.
Yes, so Roberto says, I was writing him just now, but we can also discuss a bit all together, of course. And he says how IS alumni can support the new Brics goal. So maybe just Roberto, if you want to exchange with us, I was about to say that is something we have to work it out together. And very interesting things can be done. For example, in the next future, we will have former participants, let's say alumni, that will be speakers and lecturers for some training sessions that we will implement, for example. But it is only one kind of participation.
Hello, Roberto.
Hello, Brics team. Can you hear me?
Yes.
¿Qué tal, Roberto?
Very happy to see you. It's always a pleasure to be in contact with you because from EIS, I have wonderful memories from all of you. So I am always thrilling to collaborate, to participate, and of course, to support you for the now Brics community. So yes, my question was maybe among the EIS alumni, together we can do a different brainstorming in order to provide support and collaboration, potential new markets in the different industry. Regarding Mexico, for example, you know, in Mexico, there is a good progress for aeronautics. So in Querétaro, we have a dedicated aeronautic cluster. So in Querétaro, so potentially Brics can very easily enter into this market with university, with companies, in order to Brics can offer the different services, and why not to enhance and to grow the community. So always happy to support. I'm still here in Toulouse, and I always available and reachable for you.
Okay, Roberto, thank you. You're in Toulouse, come in basis 112, be 612 to see us. You're more than welcome. Don't hesitate. I give you a beginning of answer to your question. Of course, all IS alumni can support the new Brics goals in several ways. I think the first one is being an active member. Active means following and relaying our news, for example, keeping in touch with your fellow graduates. It's very important, or publishing articles and so on. I think the second way is what you speak about, Roberto, is to be an ambassador of our services in your companies or in your networks, in your country. It's very important. And the third way I'm thinking on is to propose topics for collaboration between you, your company, and Aerospace Valley ecosystem. We can thus create dedicated events or B2B meetings, for example. So don't hesitate. We are more to open to listen you and to study every topics in order to collaborate.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Roberto. I have two people there. I don't know who was first, Raul or Celso, who wants to speak first. You are welcome.
Okay, hello, Amanda, Joan. Good morning
hello,
to
Raul.
everyone. Bonjour, bon dia, buenos dias a todos. It's such a pleasure to be here and to be part of this community. As Roberto said before me, such big and beautiful memories from my time there in 2008, 2009 at the EIS and at the Toulouse Business School. and to feel part of this community of professionals around the world. A little bit of myself before proceeding. I'm right now the co-founder and Latin Business Development Director for Aerospace Consulting in Canada. And as well, since I live in Colombia, I have created, let's say, and I'm being elected as president of the National Space Society Colombia, which is a chapter of the National Space Society from United States. This is a non-profit civil organization dedicated to promote space development of Colombia. And in that sense, we are organizing a launching event because this association was created last year, and we're creating or performing a launching event that will be held on February 25th and 26th. So I will share through the network the invitation for everyone wanting to attend the event. Of course, it will be held in Spanish because all the members, most of the members are Spanish-speaking people, and it will be addressing the Colombian people. But as well, it will be having some international participants. And so I will share the information, and I think that maybe you could be Aerospace very interested in being sponsors of the event. I will send you an information regarding that, okay?
Of course.
So I will share information, and well, thank you. I don't want to take too much time, but it's a pleasure to say hello to everyone. And I hope that we can strengthen our mutual relationships around the countries.
Sure, we will. Thank you very much, Raul. And yes, more than welcome to send me content to work on these publications of your events and promotion of your activities. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Goodbye. Adios.
Thank you. Now, maybe Celso, you could intervene.
Yeah, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on the part of the world you are. Bonjour, mes amis de l'IAS. Bon, je sais pas, I don't know if you know me, but I'm a former IAS student from the class of 2003 and 4. It's a long time ago, so it's but I still have some very, very good memories from IAS. And just a few words after EIS, I had a work for Thales in Paris for the air traffic control operating systems. And after a long career in aviation, almost 40 years in aviation, the ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization, and currently I'm in Montreal, Canada, working for IATA, International Air Transport Association. So it's a pleasure for me to see this activity that you are put in place. It's very nice to see this. I can tell you there is not so many centers like this in the world. So this is a very promising activity. I'd like to encourage you to push this activity forward. It's a very, very good initiative, and also, but not try to keep the former EIS spirit, because for us students, former students, these made a difference in our lives. So the activities we had, the training, the support, everything we received in the past in the former structure of EIS was extremely, extremely important for our professional lives. So besides this, and also with this now, this layer, and also putting everything together like a big training center and everything. So I wish you a very, very good success in this initiative, and also I support the Lydian proposal, because as she said, the São José dos Campos became last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago, the reference center for aviation in Brazil. So became the aviation city, So it's a very important recognition for the São José dos Campos, because a huge history in aviation. It started with the Embraer and other universities there, notably the ITA, the university where I came from. And this is very interesting if you can do something together. So once again, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup for everything. So I wish you luck and congratulations for this initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Celso. This initiative of having something concerning São José dos Campos is really great, and maybe we can first very easily start and publish something on this news as well, because many people were living in and working majorly in São José dos Campos are alumni or members of the community. Can be nice to have something there.
And may I say another thing? Also speaking, yeah. And beside this recognition of the city, 2 weeks ago, also the navigation service provider in Brazil, the CEA, signed an agreement with an institute in São José dos Campos called the Institute. It's a training center for controllers and everything there, these people in air navigation. So they signed a huge agreement. So with the ITA, with the university, they are now providing future research in aviation, in air navigation. So it's another initiative thinking in the evolution of the aviation and air navigation. It's a very huge agreement between ITA and the CEA and the institute that in São José dos Campos. It's another very interesting agreement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right, can we have maybe somebody else?
May I, Amanda?
Of course.
Okay, thank you, Celso. Nice to listen. Nice words that you mentioned about our experience at EIS many years ago. For the others, I'm Brazilian and I went to Toulouse 13, 14 years ago, so a long time ago, and it was a very, very nice experience. And I'd like to mention that something that happened there, I did my MBA at Toulouse Business School at that time, and I had a professor there who invited me last year to join Airports Council International as a Brazilian representative from this international council. So another very nice time to remember how Toulouse and the network is important for our careers, for our lives. And as Celso mentioned, bonjour, good morning, good afternoon, good night, and thank you for joining this very important network.
Thank you, Lilian. Raul, did you raise hand again?
Yeah, well, just to say goodbye because I have to leave. I have another video conference meeting, but I want to congratulate Aerospace Valley for organizing this very important event. It's an excellent opportunity for refreshing our connections with so many colleagues, with one maybe we don't know personally, but we share a common ground as being part of this community and having been part of that wonderful experience that is living there and studying there. So it's very good. I congratulate you again for organizing this. And as I said before, it's a good opportunity to refresh and to strengthen our common links and connections. Thank you very much and have an excellent day for everyone.
Thank you, Raul. Have a nice day. Maybe Carlos, are you there? I see, I don't know if you are following again. Carlos Caballero, how are you up to?
Amanda, excuse me, Celso.
Yes, also.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to leave also. I had a meeting started 3 minutes ago, so I'm late already. Thank you very much again. And you know that I'm a fan of EIS, and everything you do, I can fully support your activities. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Dutchen. Bye-bye.
Thank you and bye-bye. Does anybody wants to add something or to make a comment or to just take the speech? Because we are about the timing. We were meant to finish, so it's up to you. You can continue to speak or end the session if everybody has. Okay. I don't see any more questions in the box. Okay. So it seems all right.
Amanda,
Yes.
it's not just a question, but it's just to say that we are looking forward to go abroad again, even if, well, the situation cannot afford it. So such event is very well, is a good mean for us to get in touch with all of you, and we hope that we will keep going and develop new cooperations with all of your institutions in the coming months or years as early as possible. So thank you for attending.
Sure. Thank you, Adeline, for this precision. Very Vijay, I think you want to speak. I invite you to open your micro, however. Maybe I can click on yours.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you. Sorry, I have a little throat problem. Thank you, Mr. Johan. Nice to see you and for the first time. And myself, Vijay Sharma from India. And Amanda, thank you to you always for all your support and the support we have got from IAS. It's amazing. The hard work you guys do behind our future, I would say. When I was there back in 2007 and 8, studied in did aerospace MBA from Toulouse. It has transformed my entire career into something really great. So it's a big thank you, and I honor the commitment the Brics is now carrying forward with association with keeping IAS philosophy, and we are here whatever best we can do, to encourage this kind of activities from Brics. And thank you to you all for taking all this time and helping us all across the globe.
Thank you, Vijay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Carlos, did you manage to open your micro eventually? I'm not sure.
Maybe Amanda, you can activate it for him, no?
Yeah, but okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Hello, Carlos.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Joan. Hello, Amanda. I'm Carlos Caballero from Peru. I'm very glad to be here with you. And maybe I am one of the eldest in the group because my first experience with you was back in 1985. The first time I came to to, at the time, named FIAS, Formación Internacional Aeronautique Espacial. No? And so I stayed for a master at the NCK at that time, the École Nationale Supérieure d'Ingénieurs de Construction Aéronautique. And then I came back in Toulouse in 1991 for the diplôme d'ingénieur à l'INSICA aussi. So I just want to say you hello and thank you for everything you made for me. And just to mention that my experience in France changed my whole life, and the contact I established with the French industry, but with the professional engineer and everyone made me try to adapt this culture in my country. At that time, I worked in the Peruvian Air Force, and we went in France, a great group of young, very young engineers. And I can assure you that we, in fact, changed the approach we had in Peru at the Peruvian Air Force regarding the work in the aeronautical world. So thank you again. And right now I am in the private field. I run my own company. I made consultancy services, always in the aeronautical and space domains. So I am always available, and we have had many contacts with Amanda. So I hope we can stay in touch. And for anything in Peru, I am available. Thank you again, and hope you the best for you in the new year. Thank you.
Thank you. Is anybody else willing to speak or to mention something, or just to say hello? Nice to hear your voice. Julio, I saw you raised hands, or are you still there? Audio issues. Okay. Sometimes technical is not completely okay. What about Pavel? Are you okay? We didn't hear you yet.
Can I speak?
Yes, you can. Bonjour, Pavel.
Bonjour. My congratulations for this first meeting. I'm from Russia, and for me and for other members and alumni, I think it's very important to keep this contact with the Brics team and with other alumni. It's very important for our professional activity. And one more remarks from my side. Times change, but Amanda is still charming, dynamic, and she doesn't change at all. Bravo, Amanda.
What is your secret, Amanda?
I'm becoming all red.
Thank you to all of us.
Just young kids that make me alive. Thank you, Pavel. Okay. Frank, are you there? We will have heard almost everybody now. If anybody wants to add something, really, I would say it's now or never. Okay. Right. So, of course, I thank you again, everyone. As I said before, really don't hesitate to relay it, to forward it, to forward the link then of the presentation and the replay that I will send to all the community members. Don't hesitate to come back to us for any subject or anything you want to work, and we certainly will implement other webinars in the future. We hope to see you again soon. In presential would be better, but in the meantime, it's better than nothing. So we are very glad to have you here, to have this session, and we are very happy also of your participation. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for being for your attention, and talk to you soon in any case. All right.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Bye, everyone.